Alrighty, it is a couple minutes after I was planning to start streaming, but we are live, guys, with hopefully some team reviews today. We'll see how things end up going here. Kevin Jackson, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully I didn't steal you away from Web Ties. Cubs Perfect Inning Gaming thought he was first, technically second, but welcome to the stream. Tyler, we can definitely do a team review for you, my dude. I am on an alt account, so you might have to remind me of the username. Yeah, this is an alt. I literally use this to build players for my plus 10 Twins team and then transfer them over. Cubs the best team. Alright, I'll get that added. Christian Bot, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream as well. Just getting started here. I'll probably be live until pretty close to first pitch for the World Series. Cubs the best team. Sent that. Christian Bot wants to shout out. I think I got you. That's right, Tyler. You are Mariota's. I should have remembered that. I know you're a Titans fan. It's just the type of deal where, friends list is full. If you have anyone inactive, this account I'm not super active on. My alt has 2 billion. My main account has just under 13 billion. I'm kind of deciding if I want to go the Legends route and get another legend or two on my team, or if I want to sell my legends, get a ton of coins, and build up like a plus 7 squad or something. Noah, what's good, man? Play you in a game sometime? Alright, if you go to the community tab on my channel at some point, you don't have to now, but I have a sign up where you can play either the plus 10 Twins team or the Moneyball Monday team. Tyler, sounds good. No big hurry. I'll be live for a couple hours, and we're only a couple minutes in. Matthew, can I review you and your new team? I sure can. Which account is it that you have the team on? Because I know you have a couple. If you let me know which one specifically, I can get that going here. I am going to open just a few packs. In the meantime, get Edgar Martinez. I'll check his price, because the biggest thing on my main account is I would have to be buying legends through the auction house. Hey, just figured I'd open 10 packs, get Altuve, and the ridiculously cheesy Hector Santiago. And then Kim, the guy from Korea, probably. Yeah, let's look at Martinez, see if I could afford him. Alright, you got rid of someone? Yeah, I'll send it to you as soon as I look up Edgar Martinez here. 26 mil. 26 mil, or not mil, 26 billion coins. So I would probably have to sell my other legends just to get him, because I have Johnny Bench. Although Bench is 27 billion. JD20 best, okay, I'll get you added on that account here. I have Posada. I'm pretty sure Posada's cheap because he's one of the wave ones. 13 billion, not too bad. And I got Edmonds. I'd be surprised if Edmonds is too expensive. Yeah, he's a 7.5 billion coin special. Add friend. Not sure who either of those are, but we'll send it to Mariota's here. Send it to JD20 best. You know what? I'll quick sell the Santiago just to keep him out of the game. And then we'll get on to team reviews. I know I have 2 or 3 teams to review at this point. But yeah, let's get this Hector Santiago quick sold. Bye, Felicia. Get out of the game. Alright, Ali, you're in the call. Glad you're in the call. Welcome to the stream as well. Alright, Bluebirds kill us. I'll send it, and we'll see if you're brother wants to be added and included. His list is full. There's time to take care of that. But in the meantime, we've got Cubs the Best Team to review here. One of Cubs MLB Perfect Inning Gaming's many teams. I think he has 7. Here, Noah, let me see if I can link it quick. But anyways, looking at Cubs the Best Team. James Paxton, a nice card. Same with Mariota and Hernandez. I have that Big Sexy myself. Big fan of Big Sexy. Now, his pitch mix is kind of awkward, if I'm being completely honest. But that doesn't mean I don't like the card. It's just one that's an acquired taste, in my opinion. Your username, eHockey. Get that going, and then back to the team review for Cubs, the best team. Tyler, as Mariota's, you will be literally next after this team right now. Oh, you can't get it because you only have a tablet? Well, if you go to like my channel homepage at some point, Noah, there should be a tab at the top that says community, and if you go on that, there's like text posts, picture posts, and everything like that. So Dickey has a knuckleball, but otherwise is probably the weakest starter on this team. All 25 players plus 4 or higher. I always like to make a note of that. He's getting pretty close to a plus 17 from what I'm seeing. Can you play against my bad team? That would be the Moneyball team. I'll sign you up for you for that. Now we can try to get something going there. The bullpen, he's got 1 lefty, 5 righties. So I'd say getting a second lefty just for the balance could be valuable. But Robertson and Herrera are both nice. Watson is one of my favorite lefty relievers that I somehow don't have on my main team. Ziegler with the sidearm action is pretty nice. Tyler Clippard, I'm not personally a huge fan of, but I've seen other people be very effective with Tyler Clippard. So, without a doubt, it's a good card. Again, not my personal preference, but I've seen enough people dominate with him that I respect the choice, and I'm not going to question it too much. And then I'm going to look up this Neftali Feliz quick before I go into the batters, where I do have a couple hours. I really want to take the time and try to give the best team review that I can. Neftali Feliz, yep. So this is a pitch mix that I see some people do really good work with, but personally I find extremely hittable. He has a 4-seamer, 2-seamer, and slider that are all flat. Yes, a 2-seamer and slider break, but they're not going down. They're just going sideways here. The changeup goes down, but it doesn't move side to side at all. Personally, I like to see a curveball. The sinker's kind of broken right now, but like a curve or a knuckle curve. That being said, for as broken as the sinker is, and it not really being a fair pitch to use, this is not a bad card. And when you push it to a 93, 103 stuff with 86 velocity is not too bad. And that's before the team deck effect. We'll go to the batters now. Altuve, a great contact speed guy. If you have Altuve on your team, having him in the leadoff spot is the route to go. I know Batista and Arenado are both great power hitters. Not the most speed, but at least decent defense. Oh, is Community only available on computer? Dang. I didn't know that, Noah. Tight, welcome to the stream, my dude. Welcome to the stream. I know you were at the premiere of the maintenance and new event guide. Oh, computer or a mobile phone. That makes sense. That's why I can see it, because I have a phone. Lindor, I'm not super familiar with, but I'm pretty sure he has decent hitting stats. And then some okay but not great combination of speed and power to go with plus defense. Marcelo Zuna. He's another guy that can hit pretty well. And in terms of left field defense, a lot of left fielders aren't great defensively, but I feel like he's at least competent. Buster Posey, a great hitting catcher with pretty solid defense. Stream has 30 viewers, and then it drops to 23 as Tie Too Tight says that, unfortunately. But, hey, I'm happy with however many people actually want to watch the stream. Anthony Rizzo. I know that Cubs Perfect Inning Gaming's a Cubs fan. I'm not going to fault him on this one. Rizzo cards generally have good contact, decent defense. Power is more there or less there depending on the version of the card. Jeffrey Liu, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. You're not making me guess who. I thought you were going to make me guess who this time. Oh. No, I always have fun when you say guess who and it's you, Jeffrey Liu. But welcome to the stream. Regardless, I've been streaming for 11 minutes. That is true, Ali, and I'm probably going for around an hour and 45 minutes more, which will make it around 2 hours of streaming. That being said, McCutcheon, I'm going to look up this version because some of his cards are better and some of them are not so good. Edwin Encarnacion can absolutely mash. Tulo off the bench. A very solid backup shortstop and bench bat, and the other four guys are just kind of filling out the deck effect. There we go. Jeffrey Liu wants me to guess who now, so I'm going to guess the one person that makes me guess, which is Jeffrey Liu. We'll look up the McCutcheon quick. What is the what is the S curve? Good question, Evan. The S curve is supposed to be like a slurve. Which is like a slow curveball, but the thing is... Or no, not a slow curveball. It mixes the curveball and the slider. So it's a hybrid of a slider and a curve, I think. And in terms of how it shows up on the game, it's just absolutely nasty to try to face. But we were looking up McCutcheon's 2011, I believe, award winner? Either award winner or war. Might have been his war. That's a good card. Good balanced stats there. Not the most power, but, good contact, good speed, good defense. That is a good, solid-looking card there. When will I be streaming next besides today? Do you mean for a perfect inning, or do you mean just streaming anything? Let me know. But now we're on to Mariota's, who wants me to review both his A and B lineups. Looking at his roster A, I believe this is his all-live SC team. He has a +7 Cal Gibson as his number one starter. As a Twins fan, I like to see that. I like his pitch mix. I have him as a +10 on my +10 Twins team. He's a good budget starter from the Live SC promo. Perfect inning. Let's see, I don't have a next stream scheduled. Depending what I'm doing this weekend, there's a chance I stream Saturday or Sunday. Otherwise, for sure, it won't be later than next Wednesday. All right, Bradley, Cubs 6519. I'll get you added in a minute or two here. Yeah, the slurve is a combo of the slider and the curve. It's absolutely nasty. But yes, looking at the rest of the starters, I like Paxton. Blake Snell has a good card. Arrow, review yours. Just drop usernames if you want your team reviewed. I know I need to get Cubs 6519 added when I have a minute here. Manea, not the best pitch mix in my opinion. But, again, what I don't like for a pitch mix, you may like for a pitch mix. So I'm not going to question it too much. I know that there's players out there who can do a lot of damage with very basic pitch mixes. So for that reason, I'm not going to question too much. And then I believe Marco Gonzalez. Shows you how much I know about the Mariners, which admittedly is not too much. He's another lower overall, decent card, get him boosted up a bit. In the bullpen, no, I don't care about my carrier settings. All righties in the bullpen except for Beeks. I know Yates has a good pitch mix. Barraclough's decent. Can't say I'm too familiar with the rest of those guys. Yeah, Marco Gonzalez. Tyler's got me covered there. We'll go to the hitters and then revisit the pitchers. As for the hitters, these guys can rake. You've got Tommy Pham, Bryce Harper, Puig, Yelich, Machado, Bregman, Torres. All those bats are good. I don't know how good Posey is or is not. And then off the bench, I like that Freeman card. Ohtani, his DH cards have good power. Jeanette, a good power hitter. And then Martinez and Turner. So we'll look at a couple of the relievers, then I'll send some friend requests, and we'll review our next team. Well, no, we'll review his roster B afterwards. I'll look up Beeks, Pagan, and Steckenrider. I'm going to look at them, Tyler, and see what ones I do and don't like there. Snadgia and Cubs 6519. Get both of you added there. Now we're going to hopefully start getting these guys looked up. Jalen Beeks. Interesting pitch mix. Not sure how I feel about... Well, I guess the cutter and slider are similar but different. I like that pitch mix. And then we were looking up Steck and Ryder. Steckenrider, not too bad either. He and Beeks have very similarly different pitch mixes. I would certainly say on your live SC team, trying to get a lefty in the bullpen or two would help. And then Pagan, we'll look up Sadzek too. Pagan and then Sadzek. Sadzek. Okay, like, Sadzek's not too bad, and shoot, who was I going to look up? Pagan. That's right, Pagan. I would probably honestly sell Pagan to get another lefty reliever just because at his price point, to me, there's more value in selling him and then getting a good budget lefty reliever than keeping him. And I guess really just at his price point. Holy cow, that Santiago is way too overpowered. Singrani's a lefty, right? Not a great one, though. Let's try to find a decent lefty. I should know some of these guys aren't. Andrew Miller doesn't have a changeup. That's kind of a yikes. Like Biddle, if you could get him, wouldn't be too bad. Man, Josh Hader got disrespected with this new update, though. Alright, we're going to review the B lineup. Tyler, if there's anything else you wanted reviewed on your A or your roster A, let me know. Otherwise, we'll go to your roster B, which looks very much the same. It's actually exactly the same, so that's okay. You're thinking about getting a Corey Seager? Would you be replacing Machado with him or putting Seager off the bench? That's the one other thing, Tyler, is you could look at a new catcher. E-Hockey will review you in just a second. I'm just going to try to find a good catcher I would recommend for Tyler here first. Sanchez is 87, not terrible. 80-20 best, and then Snagia. So E-Hockey, all 25 plus 2 or higher, a great starting point. Felix Hernandez's cards are really nice. Maintenance is at 10 p.m. Eastern, Noah. Maintenance is at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. On the bench where you'll get Victor Martinez. Okay, yeah, I don't know if you're trying to go all live SC or not. If you're not going all live SC, Tyler, you certainly have more options than what I threw out there. Absolutely glad to give the team review. Alright, so I'm a big fan of the Lester cards. Arrieta, Hernandez, both great. Price and Scherzer good pitch mixes as well. I've either used or considered using all of these starting pitchers at one point in my team building. No, is Stunner your username? I'll send it just in case. I'm really not sure if it is or not. But if it is, I'll try to get you added. That Juris Familia closer card, absolutely ridiculous. Might be borderline unfair, to be honest, but it's a beast of a card. Racine, one of my favorite lefty relievers. Cecil, another good lefty that I don't like facing. In terms of Torres, Manis, Quackenbush, I'll try to look those guys up. Arrow, I will be reviewing you 2 teams from now. I'm going left to right in the order people have added me just for being consistent. So I appreciate the patience, and I promise I'll get your team review in as soon as I reasonably can. As for the batters for E-Hockey, Tyler, after the stream, probably, I don't know when I'm eating exactly. There's a decent chance we can get something going. As for the hitting lineup, Pujols and Davis, both mashers. Beltre, a good batter, not the most power, but good contact, good defense. Tulowitzki, I feel like this card is really well-rounded. Good contact, power, speed, and defense. One of the rare cards like that. Headley, a great hitter, great defender, although he's a DH. Only thing he can't do is run. Lester Posey can hit really well for catchers with tolerable but not great defense. Nelson Cruz probably can't play much defense in right, but I know he's a great power hitter. Matt Kemp, this is a really nice card. I've thought about adding to my team, depending on if I keep Legends or not. Can't fault that choice in center. And then Ben Zobrist. I will look him up along with Quackenbush, Manis, and Torres. As for the bench, good power hitter with Encarnacion, a backup catcher with Ruiz. Harper from 2016 is MVP years. Certainly going to be good. No, you have to have separate logins to have multiple accounts. And then Ozuna and Ellsbury. Ellsbury, a good speed guy. Ozuna, I don't have his cards memorized too well. So you make different Hive accounts, Noah, typically with Google accounts or Facebook, or one Google, one Facebook, anything like that. Anyways, we'll look up Zobrist, we'll look up Torres, Manus, and Quackenbush, and then we'll review JD 20 best. So we're going to look up Torres. Pretty sure it's Carlos Torres. Maybe not. Yeah, you can use emulators too. Okay, no, it was Carlos Torres. That's a good pitch mix. Good pitch mix on those cards. So I like that reliever. Quackenbush. Good pitch mix as well. Zobrist, one of his 09 cards. B-grade defense, great hitting. Tolerable defense and 87 speed. That's really not bad. That's really not bad. And I forgot the last guy I was going to look up. Manus. Then we'll be on to JD 20 best. Yeah, new email. I guess that's really the biggest key. Seth Manus. Yeah, I wouldn't change much about the bullpen. The only thing, I don't think he had many, if any, lefties. Now, you have 2 lefties, which isn't the worst. I mean, you could maybe get a 3rd lefty in the bullpen, but otherwise it's not too bad. I'd say maybe get a 2nd speed guy instead of Ozuna. But it's not a bad team. JD 20 best, I think he might have A and B rosters. So his roster A, he has the world's best Clayton Kershaw, which is probably one of the best non-legend starting pitchers. Johnny Cueto, Bumgarner, Scherzer, Greinke, all nice starters as well. As for the bullpen, looks like that's from his all Blue Jays lineup, so I will save that review for the Blue Jays roster. Yep, he has all Blue Jays roster. Is there a temporary email? I didn't even know that was a thing. As for the hitting lineup, heavily world's best players. Now, honestly, world's best Ozzie Albies, I would almost prefer to use his 85 Live SE card to that one. I know it sounds goofy, but I kind of prefer the sets. I'll take a look at those when I'm done reviewing this roster and before I review the all Blue Jays team. Yeah, I figure your bullpen's a work in progress. Nothing wrong with that. As for the rest of this team, Donaldson, a great hitter, great defense, not very fast, but that's okay. I'm going to look up the Harper card. Batista, a great power, contact defense guy without much speed, if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually going to look at both Harper and Trout. And McCutcheon, to be honest. Chris Bryant and Lindor, both good hitting cards. We'll look at Russell Martin as well. David Wright. Honestly, his third baseman cards are pretty good. It just took way too long to get him added. Correa off the bench, a good hitting and defensive shortstop. Encarnacion and Ohtani, both DHs, who have ridiculously good hitting stats. And Pablo Sandoval can actually hit surprisingly well. Decent defense, just no speed whatsoever to talk about. So we'll look up Harper, Trout, McCutcheon, and Martin. Then we'll get on to the roster B. As important for simulation, Evan, So when you simulate, I will help your players draw more walks and strike out less. But in terms of like actual manual gameplay, I have not found any significant advantage of having a good eye statistic. All right, so Trout can play all of the outfield positions. D grade and left, I don't know how good that is, but great hitting and 102 speed. Harper, who is a right fielder playing center. F grade defense in center field. That's kind of concerning as well. But ridiculously good hitting stats. Waylon, I can get you added in just a minute here. Absolutely, once I'm done looking at a few players. I'll send you a friend request. I think like a minute from now at most we're talking. And then McCutchen. So really outside of the fact that Trout and Harper can't defend well at their positions, they're good players. Now McCutchen, S grade in center field. I would put him in center field over Harper and have Harper DH in your AL lineup because your defensive lineup should be solely on defense. And then as long as you have your 9 best bats in, you have your 9 best bats in. Then on your non-DH lineup, you can put Harper at center field and bench McCutchen. Well, this is honestly one of his best cards. Great contact, 98 power, 91 speed. Not too bad at all. And then finally, I was going to look up Russell Martin. And it was his Blue Jays high class card. Very unbalanced lefties versus righties, but good defense. And when he faces righties, he's going to mash. Now, against the lefties, I feel like he would struggle quite a bit. But that's not too bad of a card. Yeah, I do agree with what Ty2Tight said. You can't overwrite a team. All you can really do is forget your login for a team, which still would be absolutely brutal. But that's really the only thing you can do wrong. Alright, JD 20 best. We're going to look at his all Blue Jays team, and then we'll be on to Snagia or Arrow in the YouTube chat. So we'll get there soon. Alright, high class Stroman. Nice addition to the starting rotation. I'd move him up to the number 1 starter. Estrada at 5, Garcia at 4. I'd just flip it around. Alright, you'll be watching the Cavs game at 7, but you'll still watch me maybe a little bit. Sounds good, man. Whatever you want to do, I appreciate everyone who tunes into the stream for however long they're able to make it. Now this bullpen for the Blue Jays, 2 lefties, 4 righties, a decent spread, and all of these guys are pretty dang good. Like that's a really nice looking bullpen. Then with the batters, with Gurriel, Grichuk, Tellez, Diaz, that's the best of what's out there. Pilar off the bench, Smoke off the bench, Morales off the bench, Solarte, and then Teoscar Hernandez in left field. I feel like you're still trying to get a Melky Cabrera, but I know those cards are expensive. Who's your first baseman? Tellez? That's right, Rowdy Tellez. That's a pretty nice card. I remember looking at him. He has decent power. Now, I could see you putting Kendrys Morales at first base, but I'm not going to question it too much now. Why does it say 21 Blue Jays players when you have 25? Unless I'm missing something. No, you should get that changed to 21 Blue Jays. Or not. No, change it from 21 to 25. And then once you can get these guys boosted to +2 as well, that's just going to move the team up a little bit. Cassidy Brian, welcome to the stream. You're saying, who is your AL? What do you mean by that? If you don't mind my asking. If you mean, who is my favorite American League team? My favorite American League team is the Twins. If you don't mean that, feel free to clarify what you mean, and I will answer your question the best I can. Nostalgia, making my +10 Twins team look like trash. He's got all Cubs, all +7 or higher, but almost all of these guys are really high tiered. Cole Hamels could use an upgrade at some point. I don't understand whatever Asian language that is, but welcome to the stream, new viewer. Tight, would I be up to seeing your team again? Absolutely, man. I'm reviewing teams of people who have been reviewed 2 or 3 or 4 times. I have no problem doing that. But I'm going to focus on Snadgia's team a little bit here. When I can. Oh, AL MVP. That makes sense. And I guess I see it now. AL MVP I would probably give to JD Martinez, because he's absolutely raked for the Red Sox. He helped lead that team to 108 wins. I know you're not supposed to count playoffs for MVP stuff, but they've done well in the playoffs. And really just, he took a good team, but he put them over the top, whereas the Yankees got Stanton, but they didn't go over the top. So I'd give it to JD Martinez this year. Altuve struggled with injuries. So did Judge. Stanton had a slow start. I think JD was just pretty consistent, too. Yeah, I would get that Cole Hamels into... I know he's got some live SC cards. I can take a look and see what I think would fit in with this team well. Not to say that I'm the only opinion out there. But the bullpen looks good, having at least 2 lefties and 2 righties. Just the little minor things that I like to look for. What is the card I want most right now? That is a good question. I know for my +10 Twins team, I really want to get enough coins to get the +10 Brian Dozier I've built onto that team. As for my main team, I really don't know, because I haven't decided what direction I'm going with that team going forward. And as for the hitting lineup, that Javi Baez card is just monstrous. Rizzo, Bryant, Contreras, all monstrous as well. Darwin Barney's not too bad either. Fowler, good leadoff guy with contact speed. And he's really the best center fielder card you're going to find. I'm kind of surprised to see Zobrist in right field over, what's his name? The guy from the Braves, Jason Hayward. I think Zobrist would be like a great super utility for you. Again, you would also have to get a Hayward. Ian Happ is the DH. I mean, you're playing the NL lineup mainly, so Happ would be, a sub for you. That makes good sense. Then Kyle Schwarber in left field, probably the best left fielder option out there. Off the bench, you got Terrence Gore, who is a speedy little guy. You got Bote, who's very... I was going to say he's underrated. He performed very well for the Cubs when Bryant was hurt at a minimum. Davis, solid. Can you add me on my main team? You certainly can. My friends list might be full. But what would you want me to add you on? What, JD 20 best? Let me know if you'd want to get me added on JD 20 best. We can do that. The bench really is just filling out the deck effect. So yeah, I'll take a look at... Oh, what was I going to look at? Cole Hamels cards. Then we'll go to Cubs 65-19. All right, Clee Indian. Get that sent over. And Yeah, Waylon, I absolutely can check out your team. I'm going left to right on the friends list, so wherever you show up on there is when I'll review your team. I'll go through the players I like. I'll try to make a couple recommendations. Yeah, see, I can see the case for Mookie Betts, too. I just think JD is what took the Red Sox over the top. But Mookie's been really good, too. Dylan, I can definitely try to fit you in. All right. Are you Iron Horse 22? I'll take a look, make sure we're added. Shoot, I feel like I'm missing chats. What would be a good catcher card? I'll look at some good catcher cards too for you, Cassidy Brian. When I go to look at Hamill's cards. Iron Horse 22, if I don't have you added on this account, I'll make sure to get you added again. I am on an alternative account. Yeah, alright. Iron Horse 22. I know I have you added on my main account. Oh, yeah, right. It's the Iron Horse 22. All the stuff you have to remember. Friends list is full. Daniel Park, absolutely, man. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you around, but I remember you from back in the day, so welcome to the stream. Glad to see you back. Hope you've been well recently, man. Hope you've been doing well. Alright, we're going to look up Hamills. Who are good relievers to get for your main team? You might get a Josh Hader. Yeah, dude, I know. School, I mean, I'm in college, which gives me more flexibility, but it still does keep me busy. Now, Hamills, it is admittedly an expensive card to get. It's admittedly expensive to get, so I can see that being a big holdup. Yeah, honestly, if you get either of them, like if you get either of these guys, that would push your team next level. Your Brandon Morrow has a 99-mile-an-hour sinker. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Zobrist has 99 throw. Okay. I guess we'll take a look at Hayward's. Then we'll look at catchers. Then I'll look at Josh Hader's. Then I'll get to more team reviews. If you're wondering why I'm looking at players, I'm trying to look at these players to review them for prospective replacements on teams. Now, Jason Hayward, Cubs cards. Can I friend you on PI18? Absolutely. Just let me know the username. My main account is full right now, but I'll manage my friends list once I'm done with this stream. Alright, you just deleted someone, Dylan. I'll send you a friend request once I'm done looking at Hayward's. Then I'll look at catchers. Then I'll go back to team reviews. Just keeping things straight in my mind, trying to get everything in that I can. Now, Hayward, I mean, that's a good defensive card, but it can't hit well. Then you have another good defensive card that can't hit well. And another one. I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. We're talking about Zobrist. Your Baez has 140 power. Dear Lord, that is scary good. Wow. Zobrist left fielder card has 111 throwing. You guys see that? 111 base throwing. 126 arm at a +10. And yeah, this card is definitely better than any Hayward card. Definitely better than any Hayward card. Bradley says the wow. Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised myself. But also welcome to the stream, Bradley. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen you saying anything this stream so far, but I will... I'll make sure to say hi to you now. Alright, we're going to get some people added here. Iron Horse. I'll look at that reliever card once I get these people added. ERCNHUBUH. Hopefully got that one wrong. Outside of the fact the 111 throwing one can't defend much, like, that'd be the perfect bench weapon. Dodgers for the win, Dan. There we go. Oh, you would have had that one, but didn't have boosting cards. That's fair. Least favorite card, Santiago, Familia, Wade Davis. I would say Santiago. The screwball, to me, I hate more than anything else. I have the Familia for when I face cheesers. That's the only time I use my Familia. So he's my second least favorite in terms of cheesiness. Wade Davis isn't too bad because the knuckle curve has been nerfed downwards, so it's not too overpowered or anything. And let's see, I think I got everybody added who has to be added. So now we'll take a look at some good catcher cards. BMark44. Welcome to the stream, man. I'll get you added once I look up good catcher cards and before I jump into more team-specific reviews. Now, catchers that are good. I like this Buster Posey card. Now, he's expensive. He's not available, but it's a really nice card. Another thing... Cassie, I'm not going to roast anybody's team because I understand everybody's at a different point in their team building. What I will do with the team reviews is I'll take a look at your team. I'll try to find 3 or 4 players I think should be upgraded if I believe your team has that many players that should be upgraded. At the same time, I'll try to be positive and complimentary of players you have that I like. Again, I have a Moneyball team, I have a plus 10 Twins team, and I have a main team that's just high-level players. So I, myself, in terms of the teams I play with a lot, I'm all over the board in overall and skill level. So what I look for is those skills more than anything else. High-class catchers, yeah. No, that's fair. But, like, the 89 Perez is really nice. 89 Weeders. What about badges? I did spend diamonds on badges at one point. Otherwise, I spend diamonds to recover failed boost attempts. I use them on complete tickets. And then I use them sometimes... Or I did use a bunch on packs at one point when they were discounted rather significantly. What about World's Best Catchers? That Wilson Ramos is really nice. Can't hit lefties very well, but really nice otherwise. Yan Gomes, super nice as well. Miguel Montero. I'd say Montero, Gomes, Ramos, all good for World's Best. Again, price points are what they are. That's just part of how things, unfortunately, work in this game. But otherwise, I'll take a look at a couple of war... I'd say get a legend catcher if you're not doing a team deck. Legendary catchers are ridiculous, but they are expensive too. As for, like, war catchers, Yadier Molina is a favorite of mine. Saltalamacchia is not awful. Lucroy is okay. I'm going to look up Real Muto. Like, I mean, his 84 can't hit very well, but a great defender, and for 75 mil would be a good budget option. Are legend players worth it? It depends if you're trying to do a team deck effect. If you're trying to do a team deck effect, no. If you're not trying for a team deck, yes, because they're very good standalone cards, but it's very expensive to boost them up, so they kind of defeat your ability to get a good team deck effect. So that's my thought there. Cishek has 135 stuff. Anything over 120 for stuff is nasty. Schwarber, 130 power. Yeah, you have some pretty good players there. We're going to start reviewing Cubs 65-19 now. Let's see. Miguel Cabrera, World's Best. I'll take a look at that card once I'm done reviewing this team. Still waiting for a few relievers. Other than that, you just need to boost. Sounds good, B-Mark. I'll keep that in mind when I review your team. Alright. Noah, have a good night, man. Enjoy the Cavs game. Thanks for tuning in. Legends are expensive, but well worth it. Again, the only time they're not worth it is if you're trying to get them to, if you're trying to have an all +4 or all +7 or all +10 team, just because it's so expensive to build a legend up, even a +4. You made it to top 100. You were 30th. Nice. I mean, you have the team to compete with those guys, but it's still nice to hear that you enjoy the game enough and ground it out enough to get up there. As for Cubs 65-19, all +2 or higher Cubs, or half Cubs, all +2 or higher. Once you can get Bryant and Baez to +4, and Murphy and Castro, I guess a few more players than I thought. Once you get those guys to +4, that will be a nice little extra boost to your team. Pitching staff, I like all 5 of your starters. I have, I believe, Lester, Kluber, and Quintana on my own starting staff. Arrieta is nice, and Kendricks is nice. As for the bullpen, Tommy Hunter, a great high-velocity reliever. You have at least 2 lefties. Wade Davis, a great pitch mix. I like Dunsing. And then Wood and Edwards help fill out the team deck. Edwards has a good pitch mix. I'm not super familiar with Wood, so I might look him up. And then Jesse Chavez, he's a current Cub. Not too bad of a team either. Elian Dominos is 1VQ. Welcome to the stream. Cassie, absolutely. I sent you the friend request, so as long as we have each other added, I'm working from left to right down the list. I will get to everybody. It just takes a little bit of time. 1v1? I'm not doing gameplay on this stream, but we can play off stream at some point. The hitting lineup, Trout, absolute monster. Bryant, Rizzo, Baez, monsters too. I like Gordon as a left fielder. I actually had Alex Gordon as... I don't know if I had him as a left fielder or not, but if I didn't, he was my second choice to Ryan Braun. What has a great pitch mix? I'm going to trust you on that, Bradley. Can I buy a Cody Bellinger just for the funds? I could do it on this account. Why not? Why not? I'll buy a Cody Bellinger just for the funds, so to say. Whatever the best one I can get is, we'll do that. But yeah, I like that Hanley Ramirez card. Can't hit for power, but good contact, good defense, good speed. Jason Hayward, that looks like a decent card for him. Springer, good hitting stats at DH. Not the best defender, but a good DH. I like that Yachty at catcher. Very expensive for Wood. That's fair. A Ken Giles reliever card. Pitch mix versus stat. Which is better when buying pitchers? I would say it's a good mix of both, Evan. But in general, I'm going to favor pitch mix. You can... Grazie, my dude. Is this going to be on the video? I mean, like, I'm going to buy the Bellinger on this team on the stream in probably 5 minutes, roughly. Yeah, for pitch mix versus stats, I'd say if you get really high velocity, I can see you having one player that you just get the highest velocity possible. But otherwise, like Arrow said, pitch mix 100%. Because the thing is, if you have pitches that you can control and you can change up directions and confuse your opponent trying to guess your pitches, that is going to almost always be tougher to actually get a hit off of than any super high version of one stat. The only thing I've seen is when you get truly like super high stuff ratings like 130 and above, that makes pitches hard to get solid contact on. But good hitters will still get singles, string together rallies, and get runs. As for the rest of this team, off the bench, Misakis, good power hitter. Contreras, a really nice backup catcher. And I feel like Zobrist and Castro just kind of fill things out with Murphy. Oh, alright, we'll go back to the game. Went to the stream chat accidentally. I'll read the messages, though. Just getting into this game more. Anything you should be grinding every day. Season mode as much as you can be, Mark 44. Season mode has the best rewards in terms of you get diamonds, you get coins, and you get packs, both for completing games and winning World Series. Now, by grind, I mean simulate those games. It's very boring to actually play season mode, but if you simulate the games, yes, it's still boring, but at least you can like simulate it. You can do something else in the background, and then you can come back in an hour, simulate more season games, and you're good to go. The high velo sinker's unhittable. To me, it's worse than the screwball. That's just my opinion. But yeah, a high-velocity sinker is ridiculous. So, Cubs 65-19, not too bad of a team. Maybe if you have... I guess one thought I would have is trying to get a speedy guy on your bench to, like, pinch run with. But that is more of just a personal preference thing. Now, Waylon will get reviewing your team here. NBA 2K. I did a live stream yesterday. I'll put up the stream archive public later tonight. This stream archive will go public tomorrow at some point, and then I will have my first NBA 2K19 mobile my career video out tomorrow. Let's see, I know I scheduled it. When did I schedule it for? I want to say like 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And as long as YouTube allows me to actually get things uploaded in a timely manner, that is when it will be up. I said 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, 6 p.m. Eastern. I should still be able to do that. Yeah, we'll put my career up tomorrow. If I want to see it, let's play it. Dude, I know how good a 99-mile-an-hour sinker is. We can definitely play for like a video or something. Just have some fun and mess around if you want to, Arrow. Cody Bellinger. I think I said 6 p.m. Eastern because I'm going to stream at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Tyler. Cody Bellinger, that's right. I have to buy him. Once I get through Waylon's team review, keep on me, Tyler. I will for sure buy a Cody Bellinger, no matter how good or bad. But Waylon's team, Tanaka, Carrasco, Gallardo. Yeah, all his starters, good pitch mixes, good stats. In the bullpen, I don't like Chris Sale's pitch mix personally, and I don't know how good of a reliever he actually is. It's a good card, don't get me wrong. I just don't know how he fits in a bullpen in this game. Then you've got I believe that's Chad Green. Might be wrong on the name. Doolittle, a good lefty. Breslow, another good lefty. Edwin Diaz has a good pitch mix as a closer. And Pedro Strop has at least a decent pitch mix. Now I'm starting up a washing machine quick. There we go. Probably sounded a little bit funny in the background. But we're done with that now. So I'll look up Green, I'll look up Sale, but I would probably replace Sale from the bullpen. As for the hitting lineup, that is a whole lot of world's best bats that I'm seeing right here. Cubs Champs 2016 will get added once I'm done reviewing this team here. Family Christian Cuber came back and went against the base team and got 53 home runs in the game. Holy cow, that's a few more than what I got yesterday with my plus 10 team against the base Yankees team. On Fortnite, did I get the free banner icon? I have not opened Fortnite recently. I don't know if it's still available. If it is, I'll go on and get it. If not, I mean, I still play Fortnite occasionally. I just don't enjoy it that much anymore. Yeah, this hitting lineup is stacked. You have Keith Hernandez. Okay, this is an NL team. Keith Hernandez batting 8th, though. That's wild, man. I would move him up. Although he does protect the pitcher, probably draws a lot of intentional walks, which isn't a bad strategy. That Yachty card, a very good card. I looked at that already. Chu can hit well. I mean, all these guys can hit well. I'll look up Altuve and Gregorius and Wright because I don't know those 3 cards as well. I'll look up Holiday as well. That hitting lineup stacks. So let's look up Holiday, Puig, Altuve, or no, not Altuve, Gregorius, Wright, and Holiday. Let's get Cubs Champs 2016 added. Change up yeah, I could use a buff a little bit. Could use a little bit of a buff, but we'll look up those 4 guys. We'll buy a Bellinger, then we'll do more specific team reviews. So Altuve, 98 speed, great contact, 98 power. Yeah, that's a good card. Gregory, yes. That's not too bad of a card. Really isn't. One card I'm thinking of, though. His Live SC card might be a little bit more useful, but his Live SC card can't defend as well. So, yeah, that's a good choice. We're going to look up Holiday. Matt Holiday. Not the best defensively, but 85 speed along with great hitting. That's a solid pickup. B-Mark 44, I'm almost certain I did. I'll go back and make sure that I did if I haven't yet. That's right, Chris Sale, I was going to look up. Yeah, no problem, man, no problem. So, Chris Sale, his war card, an F-grade reliever. I would just get a true reliever of some kind. He'll be more effective. Morrow throws at 101 to 102 and people take it. Yeah, I would take 101 to 102 at least a couple times. Once because I wouldn't believe my eyes, and a second time to make sure I'm seeing things right. Yeah, see, as much as the changeup could use a buff, Gameville would probably over-buff it in a bad way. Right, we're going to look up David Wright, and then I will buy a Cody Bellinger of some kind. So this David Wright card, absolute monster of a batter. And now let's buy a Cody Bellinger because why not? Oh, I can't even afford that card. I can afford this one. So I'm going to look for the best of his other cards, which I think is his 88. Let's do it. Boom. Cody Bellinger. Now, let's do an all-base team. Plus a Cody Bellinger. Had sports winners? Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys can probably see players I'm working on for my all plus 10 Twins team. What, Bobby Wilson's on the Cubs? When did that happen? When did that happen? Yeah, let's put Bellinger on this team. Move him up to the 3. Now the 4 hole. Should do a pitcher Ohtani. Should you build a plus 10 Ohtani live series for fun? Sure. I mean, I built a plus 10 DH Ohtani. So if you build... I could boost him more, but that's not the name of this stream. Not the name of this stream. I'll probably try to finish him off once I'm done streaming and before maintenance tonight. Two-seam does have a little... Yeah, it has just a tiny bit of downward. You'll build it and sell it. How about that? Dude, if you can if you want. Otherwise, you can build it and we can literally just do you pitching with Ohtani against me hitting with Ohtani and just see how it goes. Completely up to you. Completely up to you. Alright, so now we're on to Clee Indian, or Tie Too Tight, his All Indians roster. You haven't gotten a request yet. Have you checked? I mean, my account is going to be called Fake Skull Gaming. That's the account I'm on. It says Fake Skull Gaming, but it is really me. Matthew, you love my videos so much. Much appreciated, dude. It's always fun having you around in the streams. Always fun. And I appreciate your support as well. Anyways, Tie Too Tight, all plus 4 Indians team. Live series packs are low-key super profitable. You are not kidding about that arrow. They are low-key super profitable. I mean, you do need lucky pulls, but when you get them, they are super profitable. Alright. Let's roster A. Yeah, I mean, hey, he finally got the DS Mike Clevenger. I'll look up that card. I sold him to Adam Simber. I'm glad he has that on his team. He's got a couple lefties, so a good mix there. That 109 Jose Ramirez and the 106 Yan Gomes both look ridiculous. His 100 overall Michael Brantley, great contact, great defense, just lacks a little bit of power. I mean, really the rest of this team's not bad. The bench is just there as filler. I'd say maybe if there's good speed guys on the bench he wanted to add those. This is a really nice looking all Cleveland Indians lineup. So we'll look up that Mike Clevenger. We'll look up how good that Ramirez is, and then we'll go to Iron Horse 22. I don't know if GDJs and C Copeland are actually here or not. Layton 02, absolutely. I'll throw a friend request your way. User not found. I think it's Layton 06, right? I think it's Layton 06, dude. I think it's 06. Yeah, 120 lefty, 115 righty, 100 power. I remember seeing that in Discord. It's a very nice card. Without a doubt in my mind. I'm just going to look up the Clevenger because I know you've been looking for a Clevenger for so long. I'm really happy that you got one too. It's not quite as good as his September one, That's a lot cheaper. You could actually get this boosted to like a +7 to +10. Pretty cheap right now. Hey, it's all good, man. Aren't you happy I remember the username? We had some great rivalry games. We've had some great rivalry games. Good stuff on Clevenger. Decent pitch mix. Just build it up a little bit more. That's me being tough on you. Then Jose Ramirez. Oh, I'm going to have to... I think it's this card. I mean, that's just a ridiculously good card. Straight up. Even if it's this one. All of the War Jose Ramirez's at +10. Ridiculously good. Ridiculously good. So tie to tight. You've got a good... you've got a good foundation. No Ohtani DH on the market. Yeah, I mean, I built him on a different account, and I'm just holding him at this point. Now we're on to the Iron Horse 22. I'd get Chapman and Phelps built up for a team deck effect, along with Judge, and then on your bench, just get some cheap players, but really just to get a team deck effect. That could help your team. What is my opinion on Sonny Gray for Aledmys Diaz trade? Are you talking actual or hypothetical? I feel like you're talking hypothetical. What is Aledmys Diaz's contract? Because that could actually work really well where Gregorius is out for a year. Where Didi's out for a year, that could work really well for both teams. So he has a 4-year contract. So if he's under contract for 1 year, that would be a good trade for both teams, I think. Yeah, $750 million Clevenger would just be too expensive. Tight Too Tight wants to sell a DH Ohtani. Well, maybe wants to sell a DH Ohtani on his alt. That would work out good for both sides. But as for the Iron Horse 22, good starting pitching. I don't like Sale's pitch mix the most, but he's still a really good starter. As for the bullpen, 3 lefties, 3 righties. I like that part. Again, just getting these guys to +2 at least. You read something like that? That wouldn't be a bad trade. For some reason, your Taylor on your bench costs $1 billion. Eric's Gaming Channel, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. But I think Chris Taylor on your bench costs $1 billion because he's a Dodger, and Dodgers fans love spending coins on their team. Hader, a great weapon. Racine, one of my favorite relievers. It's not too bad of a bullpen. Good mix of velocity guys and good pitch mix guys there. For the hitting lineup, I'm not sure how Pollock is, but these other guys look solid, so I'll look up AJ Pollock. I'll look up Carlos Ruiz as well. Then again, the bench, just get him to higher boost levels for the team deck. If you're looking up Carlos Ruiz, and we're looking up Pollock, Ruiz and Pollock. Level it up, play a game with me, and sell it. Hey, that sounds fun to me. AJ Pollock. Good contact, good speed, decent defense, not much power. And then Ruiz. Other than the fact his defense is B grade, that's actually a really solid catcher, especially for this game. So those aren't bad choices. Eric's Gaming Channel once again. Hey man, welcome to the stream. Now for Dodgers, FTW Dan. This team's not looking too bad. Garcia should be pulled and get a 5th starter when you can, but the starters you have are good. In the bullpen, you have all righties. I would recommend getting lefties, 2 of them. That's not too bad otherwise. Look at Luke Voit. Alright, I'll pull him up after this team review. Dodgers lost yesterday. Yes, they did. That was a good game until the 8th inning when Nunez hit a 3-run homer, which really means it was just a good game. Yeah, so as for the relievers, Davinsky is nice. Feliz is nice. Clippard's nice. I'll look up Hughes, Axford, and Madsen. Actually, Madsen I know is good, so I'll look up Hughes and Axford. Then for batters, looks like good hitting stats. I have to look up Miguel Cabrera, that's right. I was asked to look him up. So also, I'm going to look up Voit, Cabrera, and Hughes and Axford. Actually, I know Hughes is good, so I'm looking up Axford, Cabrera, Voit, Batista, Kemp, Davis, Utley, Headley, all good hitters. No one really fast on this team, but all good bats. And then Yachty is nice as well. The bench just filler. So I'd say get a 5th starter. I'll look at Axford. Yeah, I would replace Axford. Not the worst pitch mix, but not that great either. Orange Sudic, I'll get you added in a moment too. We gotta look up Luke Voit. That's a lot of coins for Luke Voit. That is a lot of coins for Luke Voit. It's a good card. A bit overpriced, but a good card. That Miguel Cabrera 3rd baseman card, really nice. Matt Kemp, yeah, he did homer. I remember that. Sold to look up Bautista while I'm here. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, that's a really solid card. Especially for the price point. Now, in real life, Batista is, yeah, he's kind of done. That's a nice card for sure. I think I looked up everyone I meant to for now. If I didn't, well, remind me if there's anyone I should be looking up, and I'll look him up. And New York Yankees Gaming, your list is full. That's totally fine. When you get a space, we'll be able to get a team review in for you now. Cassidy Brian, if you're still here, we're about to do your team review. I know you said you're a newer team, which from the looks of things is accurate, but I'll review what you have, and I'll be honest about what I do and don't like for the players you have. Max Scherzer is a great pitcher. Definitely keep him. Chris Sale, I'm not the biggest fan of his pitch mix, but it's decent. And for your team, I would hold on to him until the rest of your team is up to at least like the mid-80s. You have good pitch mixes on Tanaka, Verlander, and Greinke. In your bullpen, I think you could use 1 or 2 more lefties in there, but Ziegler is nice with the sidearm stuff. Kenley Jansen, a good closer, will do a lot of heavy lifting for you. Look at Justin Verlander. All right, we'll look up Verlander after this team review right here. So yeah, I would get a couple more lefty relievers for now. Okay, you sold your bullpen for coins. That makes sense. When you do get relievers, I would get a couple lefties. Or honestly, even just cheap lefties, so you have lefties and righties. If you do indeed need to use your bullpen. Your brother has career high plus 10 Batista. That's crazy. That is crazy. Top tier Yankees team eat up the Voits. Yeah, that sounds accurate. I don't know. What would the Yankees trade for Goldschmidt? Yours is up soon and you're on the newer side, so yeah, I'll absolutely take it into consideration. I understand there's teams of all different qualities. What I try to do is I try to look at the abilities that the players have within the confines of your team. And from there, I try to use that to consider where you should upgrade. All right, as for the hitting lineup, a good first 5 hitters. I really can't say too much negative about any of them. At most, Miguel Andujar would sell for so many coins you could replace him with a cheaper player and afford 1 or 2 more. What I would say is prioritize getting good batters for right field, center field, second, and catcher. The only reason I say that is having a good starting lineup matters. But Trout, McCutchen, Altuve, Maldonado, not awful. I'll look at McCutchen and Maldonado. But for having base cards in your starting lineup for now, those are some pretty good options that should at least compete with some season's best players and some lower tier war cards. So we'll look at Maldonado and McCutchen. I can see your team's definitely getting there, and the cards you do have are very good. Biggest challenge is just getting more of them, which takes time. It really does. McCutchen, we're talking about his base Yankees card, right? It's actually not bad. I thought his hitting stats would be worse than they are. And then I was going to look up Maldonado. He can hit well. Defensively, not as good as I personally prefer for catchers, but a very good hitter. Let's see. Am I watching the Wolves tonight? I might watch them a little bit, but I'm planning to watch the World Series mainly, to be perfectly honest. I was supposed to look up Verlander. Justin Verlander. I mean, that's a nice high-class card. And generally, he has some nice cards. Alright, that's Layton. You got a docs download before you can accept. Sounds good, man. We'll still try to get you in this week. If not, we'll get you in next week. Most Wednesdays I'm planning to do team review streams. Seems like a good tradition. Now, I couldn't last week because I wasn't home. But when I've done them, they've seemed to be really enjoyable. Oh, shoot. No, not Hector Sanchez. Hector Santiago. Talking about getting his Hector Rodon. Or Rondon. High class. That's a nice card. If you have the budget to get him, that's definitely a nice card. I don't see any reason you shouldn't. I mean, the sinker might be cheesy, but that's what it is. I think Kershaw and Machado will get sold to another team. I think Kershaw stays. I think Machado leaves because Corey Seager comes back. But they're both free agents, so... Now, did Joe Mauer retire? Technically, he did not. But the thing is, the fact that the Twins put him in catcher for one last game, I think he basically has, to be perfectly honest. What am I going to name my player from my career tomorrow? Skull will be the first name and Gaming will be the last name. I already have the profile set. I'm gonna I've done a tiny bit of recording. I'm going to do a lot more recording later tonight, and if I have to, tomorrow morning, so I can have it edited by midday tomorrow and get it uploaded. Some high-class cards put pitches on the card the pitcher doesn't even throw. I definitely agree with that. Or it might show every pitch they've ever thrown in their whole career, which is cool, but it also makes those cards kind of overpowered. Okay, I think I'm caught up with what the chat was asking me to look at. So now I'm going to go review a couple more teams here. Yeah, right, over the years. Yep, definitely you're right there. All right, we've got Sports Winners and then B-Mark 44. Sports Winners has a nice-looking team. How close is he to having all +4 or higher? Okay, he still has some work to do. That would be my next goal for you. But at the same time, it's understandable you're not quite there yet. Looking at your starters, no problems there. The bullpen, 2 lefties, 4 righties. Juris Familia looks like an absolute monster. Might almost be too cheesy for this game, but very nice card. Torres I looked up earlier. I like his pitch mix. +10 lethal. Watson, one of my favorite lefties. I like Taylor Rogers' pitch mix. As a Twins fan who has a +10 Twins team, I'm familiar with his stuff. Romo, I feel like, has kind of an awkward pitch mix, but like his stats are decent, certainly. Giraffe Neck Mark will be live in 30 minutes reacting to the World Series. From the MLB The Show community. Schwarber, expensive, but has the best power in the game. He's decent. Eric, you're looking for a mid-80s catcher. I can try to find some mid-80s catchers. You're looking for a left fielder with power, Zachary. What's your budget? Let me know your budget, too, if you want to, Zachary, and I can try to give you a decent recommendation from that. As for Drew Storen, I'll look him up. If I ask Jim if he knows you don't cheese, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I'm sure if Schimpf says you're not going to cheese, I'm going to trust what the Schimpf has to say, too. There's a good all-star Molina. That is true. There's a few good all-star catchers, to be honest with you. For hitting, that Brian Dozier card is really nice. I have him on my main team. Cody Bellinger, I'm pretty sure that card is going to be loaded with power. Reddick, as a high-class card, he's going to at least be decent. Mauer's catcher cards have good hitting. Not much speed and okay defense, but that's his MVP card, which is one of his best. Alright, 60 mil? I'll take a look at what there is for left field at 60 mil. You can do Player of the Month Live Series cards +7 of something for people. Nice. And Eric, your budget is 200 mil. Alright, I'll keep those in mind. I think once I get through these 2 team reviews, what I'll do from there is I'll try to come up with player recommendations for people who need them. I can maybe fit in like 1 or 2 more teams after that, but we'll kind of wind the stream down looking at players that I would recommend for teams in general, given a position, a skill set, and let's say a budget. Given those 3 parameters, I'll give recommendations off of that just to wind the stream down. So I'm still giving advice, but I can give it more instantaneously and not have to look at an entire 25-player roster that will take an additional 5 to 10 minutes per team. Not that I have a problem with it, just being completely honest about, as this wraps up, what I'll be able to commit for. Schimpf has a cheesy Jordan Hicks. Yeah, I've seen his Jordan Hicks. It's a nice card, but it's probably a little bit cheesy. Should you do a Schimpf +7 player of the month? You could. I did a +10 base Schimpf. If you did like a +7 or +10 or something of Ryan Schimpf and you tried to sell him to the Schimpf players, I bet he'd buy it. You have a JD Martinez in left field, but his price is going up fast. Does not surprise me. JD's got some good cards, but he's also very popular. And again, he deserves a good card, so I know the second baseman. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be cool if he did. Totally up to you. I'm not saying Schimpf actually cheeses, but I know he has a cheesy card. For the rest of this team, a lot of Dodgers. You're pretty close to having enough Dodgers for that team effect. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you get one more Dodger on this team, then you can do 13 plus Dodgers players, which might be worth it. I like that you have D. Gordon for speed on the bench. Puig can hit reasonably well. Seager's got great cards. I like Kemp's card, and Ethier, I don't know much about. So I'll look up Ethier, I'll look up Reddick, I'll look up Storin, and then we'll review B. Mark 44. And then I will get to some budgetary players. Ethier. If it's his 09 would be a better DH than his 11, but both are decent at least. We're going to look up Storin. I believe it was his Mariners card. It's a good pitch mix. I like that card. Schimpf and you for your second account has a +10 player of the month card. Do you share an account? I mean, it's fine if you do. I just didn't know if you did. You have a Brandon Morrow that struck out Schimpf. Nice. And, oh shoot, who else was I going to look up? Do I want you to make it or do I want one? I mean, if you make it and no one else wants it, I certainly would buy it. If someone else wanted it, I wouldn't stand in the way of them getting it. If that makes sense. Reddick is who I'm going to look up. And then we'll review B. Mark 44. There we go. Josh Reddick. His A's card. Pretty well rounded. Thank you, Eric. You remembered Reddick. You remembered it was Reddick I was looking for. Now for B. Mark 44. Could use a strong fifth starter, but he did say his team's relatively new and being built up. So, again, just getting a good fifth starter would be a good first step. But then you have Uehara and Lorenzen as two good relievers in the bullpen. For your next relief pitcher purchase, I would recommend getting a good lefty in the bullpen. When can you play me during the weekend? Not completely sure. I'd say Saturday I'd have more availability than Sunday. Certainly, like, Twitter. I honestly suck at checking Instagram, to be honest, anymore. Twitter is good. Discord is good. Or the comment section of YouTube. All would be good for trying to reach out. Instagram you can try. Honestly, I'm going to try to catch up on Instagram at some point. I just got so behind on it, I gave up on it, which is not a good way to be, but it's what I did, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, Andre Ethier retired. I know, it's been 3 or 4 years since he's really been good at baseball. I mean, obviously he's good if he's in the majors, but yeah, he had a rough end to his career. Geo Dodgers 17, please add you. Do you want me to add you on an account that I'd be playing with, or just on this account for now, Jeffrey Liu? Let me know. Let me know so I do what's right. Just let me know so I get you added in the right way. As for the hitting lineup, your hitting lineup's already there, B-Mark. Hitting lineup's already there. Ryan Braun, a good left fielder. Same with Yachty at catcher. I'll look up Trevor's Story, but high-class cards are generally good, so I like Bruce. I know Cabrera can hit. Blackman Awards winner can't be that bad. I think that's one of the better Jeanette cards. Cruz, DH, is going to rake. Pujols is a monster. Yeah, so your hitting lineup's good. You just need to get a couple of pitchers. I'll look up the Story. Looking up Trevor Story. Then we'll start getting to the budget guys. Trevor Story. Was it his September one? No, it was his August, right? That's not a terrible one. That's not terrible. I think his September one is his best one. Honestly, I would probably get that. Lucas Butler, you're 11 and you throw 70? That's really good for 11 years old. 50 mile an hour for 10 is right where you should be or more. Oh, I missed that comment, sorry, but I mean, yeah, at 10 years old, throwing 45, 50 is not bad. What I would say is work on your arm strength. Work on your arm strength, work on your mechanics. Because when you get really good mechanics, that will help generate more velocity just as your entire body can generate it using your body weight and your torso. And again, if you're only 10 or 11, you still have some growing to do too. And when you grow bigger, that will add strength and velocity. You're 15 and at 75. Hey, that's not bad, B-Mark. Fastest I've ever thrown, I think, is 60. And I'm 21. About to turn 22 on Halloween, so my velocity's kind of peaked. I was never a pitcher. To be clear, I never was a pitcher, but honestly, I tried out pitching a couple of times, and when I would tweak my mechanics, I would increase my velocity 5 to 10 miles an hour just from better mechanics. Your curveball is 50. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 82 at 14. Jeffrey Liu, you've got some potential there. I know guys who have gone from 82 up into the 90s. Now, that's not to say that you necessarily want to be a pitcher. That's not to say you necessarily want to actually play baseball in the future. Yeah, I'm in college. And I'm about to turn 22 on Halloween. Looking forward to that. I'm going to look up good left fielders who can hit for power in around the $60 million price range. So we'll look at players of the month, maybe. Like Reese Hoskins can kind of rake. Actually, I want to look for a Chris Davis. Chris Davis has some good cards. Oh. I can't play left field that great. Alright, let's go left fielders for All-Star and then for WAR. Alright, you're an outfielder? Yeah. So you should have a pretty decent throwing arm from the outfield, especially when you add in the, let's see, I called it a crow hop. You know, that little hop into the big throw? You can really get some gas on that. For the left fielders, so we're talking about in the 60 million range, a good power hitting left fielder. I mean, hey, 2017 Marcell Ozuna, 89 power. For that price isn't bad. We'll look at the Stars and then WAR. Again, the Stars, Rhys Hoskins, 99 power for 60 mil would be solid. Opinion on Koji Uehara. I'll take a look at yours specifically. I'll look at what version it is unless you want to tell me before I get to looking it up, BMark44, but I'll take a look at him. Anyways, you made only 4 kids duck on your curve for a strikeout, but this year you got at least 10. Yeah, curveball is something that comes along, and you're only 11, so you might even be a little bit young to throw a curveball. Not saying you can't, but I mean, certainly don't force breaking balls at a young age because it does put a lot of wear and tear on your arm, especially while you're still building it up and developing. In your opinion, minors suck if you aren't a top 10 draftee? Yeah. Minor league wages are not very good. That is no laughing matter. Yeah, Rhys Hoskins, 99 power, would be the move, in my opinion. Especially for 60 million coins. Nothing quite like when David Stern gets petty and takes shots at the Pelicans. Are there any WAR? Cespedes, 65 mil wouldn't be too bad. Not as much power, but more contact. You sound like you should be in the Little League World Series if I know what that is, LOL. Oh, if you know what a crow hop is? Is that what you mean? Alright, add you, Jeff J's 19. I'll add you on here. This isn't my main account by any means, just so there's no confusion there. If you're wanting me to add you on my main account, let me know so I make a note of that. Oh, on an active playing account. Alright, I will cancel that then. Let me cancel it. Then I'll try to get you added on an active playing account. Jeff J's 19. Made a note of that. Your coach told you to throw a curve and told you to lie? I hate to hear that, man. I hate to hear that because that means your coach doesn't care about you. Well, okay, I don't want to say your coach doesn't care about you, but your coach doesn't care about like your long-term future as a pitcher and a player compared to the short-term benefits of you throwing a curveball and being cheesy. Alright, so 2014 WAR Koji Uehara +6. Let's look that one up. Then we'll look up good catchers. Your crow hop is like 69, no joke. That's not bad. Oh, that's a good question too. What distance you're pitching from? I think at least where I played, we didn't pitch from 60 feet 6 inches until we were 13, maybe 14. Nice, your download's almost done. I did promise you a team review, Layton, so if you get me added, I can fit you in. I'm trying to mostly wrap things up, but I can still mix that in. Your crow hop is around 83. Is it? That's... Dude, 83 on a crow hop is some gas. So I think major leaguers get up to like 105, 110. The elite major league outfielders, that is. So, like, your arm strength is definitely going to be there as long as you take good care of your arm. All right. +6 Koji. Yeah, definitely a nice pitch mix, and honestly, good stuff, good break, decent command, decent velocity. Yeah, I was pretty sure it's crow hop. That's how it's always been explained and referred to in circles that I know. For the catcher, we're looking mid-80s and around 200 million. We'll look for that now. So maybe All-Star, otherwise War. Crow hop sounds like a bunch of eyewash a stupid coach made up. Yeah, that kind of does. So in terms of All-Star catchers, that Yachty 272 wouldn't be a bad card. Might be a little bit out of budget. We'll keep looking. That vote was good for me for a while. '09 All-Star Yachty wouldn't be terrible. I will add you on a playing account once I'm done streaming. So, probably 15 minutes from now, roughly. Roughly 15 minutes. If I had to guess. The Stars catchers, I don't think there's any that are that good, no. None are that good. War catchers is a good market to hit up. I mean, the 88 Buster Posey wouldn't be too bad. Mesoraco, 84, not bad either. This Montero, 99 field, 99 throw, good hitting. You just got +10 hater. Congratulations, Evan66. You would do a shuffle, no crow hop, and still throw around 80. Yeah, the idea of the crow hopper, if you shuffle, is really just to get some more forward momentum in the direction you're throwing to add some extra velocity on your throws in from the outfield. Giovanni Soto, not bad either. Alex Avila, I mean, there's a lot of good options. It's 2013 Yachty's got a cannon. I used him personally. He doesn't hit that great, though. All right, don't forget, I have a Google Doc up with your username. I'll probably add you on my +10 Twins team for now, at least. Backstop Ace, welcome to the stream. Saying welcome to everyone watching. Hope your day has been awesome. Thanks for being an awesome mod back. Glad to have you here. I'll probably stream, like I've said a few times before, but if you didn't catch it, 10 to 15 more minutes. He throws S-grade pitches. Award winner Yadi Molina. Let's look at award-winning catchers. There's some decent options here. We're looking in the 200 mil range. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad card. That would not be a bad card either. Alright, done downloading. The friend request should be waiting in your inbox, Layton. Can I look up the live SE Edwin Diaz? Absolutely. Let's look him up. The 91. which is cheaper than the 88. +8. Yeah, those are some pretty deadly stats. That's a case where stats outweigh pitch mix at least a little bit. Pirates Rivero. Oh, Vasquez. Felipe Vasquez, right? No, Felipe... Yeah, Vasquez. Oh, with a Z. Alright, see you later. Hater if I can manage it. Because that card looks lethally good. I'll review Layton quick. Last team review of the stream. Then we can look up a few more specific players. Then I will wrap up the stream itself. If you haven't liked the stream yet and you've enjoyed it, I'll encourage you to at this point. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe for more MLB Perfect Inning 2018 content. If not, no worries. I'm not going to make anybody do something they don't want to do. Oh, 2 dislikes. That's sad. 10 likes, though. I wish I knew why people dislike. Maybe because I said join up and chill before the World Series. Some people probably clicked it for the World Series and are mad I'm not streaming the World Series. Can't please everybody, but I do try to make an enjoyable experience. Layton, you have all +4 or higher. Your starting rotation. Steven Matz I'm not too familiar with, so I'll look him up. I know you're a Mets fan. Now a Mariners fan, but I know you're a Mets fan deep down. Trinan, a great closer. I like Watson. I like Minor. In the bullpen, your righties aren't bad either. And Cecil is not a card I like to face because it's a good card. You will like in a bit. What I'm not sure what you mean by that. I might have said something that I even forgot. But anyways, for your hitting lineup, I looked up the McCutcheon. It's one of his best cards. Reyes, I'm pretty sure, is a speed burner guy. Family Christian Kubert, you just subscribed. Much appreciated, man. Thanks for the support. I know you came from the Schimpf Plays channel. He's another great Perfect Inning YouTuber. We've done a few collabs before. We stay in touch in the community. Great guy. So, the video. You just wanted a different field? That's fair. Oh, in terms of checking out the videos. Okay, I think that makes sense. Sure. Ronald Acuna Jr. I remember when that card came out, I was super excited for it. I haven't bought him, but it's a good card. Baez is pretty monstrous. The career high Donaldson. Again, it's just a card that I personally don't have, but it's still a very good card. I think you'll find that in a lot of these cases. Max Kepler, world's best. Good defender. Hitting stats could be better, but they're not completely awful. And it's a world's best card. It's still pretty solid. I'll look up what? Mats. I'll look up Conforto. Dude, that Yachty card. I don't know how that's only 60 mil. I'll look up that Yachty card. That looks really nice too, though. And then the bench just kind of fills things out. That Carpenter is a great power hitter. I know that. So whoa, that was super weird. That just glitched for a second. Not sure how, but I'm going to look up Conforto. You think I should ditch the Legends and get a really good team deck? Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about that. And I might keep one Legend because I could afford to build up one Legend. So I might... I'd either keep Posada or Edmonds. I'd sell the other two. And then I would use those coins to boost up the one Legend and my other coins to get a couple more players. I think it would be fun, though. I think it would be fun. All right, so Yachty, Conforto, and Mats. And if there's any other players or positions you guys want me to look up as the stream winds down, feel free to ask away. Steven Matz, good pitch mix. Good pitch mix. A little bit expensive, but again, very good pitch mix. I'm going to look up Reyes. Yeah, 104 base speed. That card is ridiculously good. Red Sox or Dodgers tonight? Let me see who's pitching. I should know who's pitching, but I don't. Hyunjin Ryu. Let's see. He pitched Game 6 when I was there, and he struggled. The Red Sox have who? David Price, I think. I'm gonna go Dodgers. I think David Price is going to regress to his terrible playoff self. I think he's unfortunately gonna do that. Michael Conforto. Yeah, that's a good card. That's a good card of his. I'm going to pick Dodgers game 2. I just don't believe in David Price. I hate to say it. Because I really want to see him do well. I just don't see it happening. Then Yachty, his 2015 award winner. Price and who hits Barrett, yeah. See, I would keep Johnny Bench, but he's like 26 or 27 billion. I'll probably keep Posada because a good catcher is really valuable. You're actually a Korean and not everyone says his name right. Did I say it right or at least get it like 90 to 95% right? Let me know, man. So I think it's, Hyunjin Ryu? And that's why I think, and I might not be 100% correct, but to some extent just selling it with conviction or confidence can help. Not saying it's an excuse for saying a name wrong, but hopefully I'm getting it at least mostly right. That would be smart. You're trying to sell your Lilich, yeah. Look at Cabrera 09 WAR. Yes. And then I have to look at that. What's his name? Yadier Molina as well. So Miguel Cabrera. I'm guessing you mean 09 WAR. If you got him at +9. Yeah, that's a very solid +9 that's going to become a +10. That's a very solid pickup. The Price may be on fire. He actually has had a good postseason. I'm not rooting against him. I'm not wishing against his success. I just don't expect it. I don't expect it. Fear the Beard, isn't Justin Turner the biggest beard out there? But yeah, no, the Red Sox do have some nasty beards. They've got Kimbrel's beard and they have Price's beard. Oh, someone buy your Lilich. How much is Lilich? I feel like his price isn't too bad, is it? Dude, $6 billion. I can almost afford that. I mean, someone could actually buy that Lilich. I'm sure someone will. Might just require patience. You said, yeah, but a bit off on the Hyun part. Is it like Hugh Jinryu instead of Hyun? Or, I don't know. If you can do like the phonetic spelling, feel free to. If not, no worries. Now we're going to look up Yachty, and I'll probably be ending the stream in a minute here. I'll see if there's anyone else who should get rated before I go. Oh yeah, so it's +160 mil. That makes sense. But it's +7, 1.3 billion, at a +10. Yo, that wouldn't be a bad card. Let's see. who else is live streaming right now? That is the real question here. That is the real question here. It's interesting. The first suggestion when you look up MLB Perfect Inning 18, New England 4, which is fine. When you look up 2018, then I show up a bunch. I mean, there's a few other people, though. Nothing wrong with that. And then... looks like I'm the only person live in this game. So, is Schimpf live? I don't think he is. If Schimpf was live, I'd raid him. We might not raid anyone. If you guys want to raid someone, feel free to put in a word for whoever you would like to see get raided. Otherwise, we'll just wrap the stream up in a minute here. It's hard to do the spelling. That's fine. Who should you get if your Lolich sells? Lucas, what position would you be looking for? Starting pitching? Let me know quick. I mean, not super quick. I'm not trying to rush you, but just before I officially wrap the stream up, if you're able to, let me know. That would help. Let me get the TV on so the World Series is ready when the game starts or whatever. Yeah, I see myself as the only one live. Jeffrey, yes, I will get you added. Once I'm done, I'll log into an account that I play on fairly actively. I have your username JeffJs19 as a note. Oh, Conforto? Here, let me... I'll look at your Conforto specifically. I'm pretty sure I really like the card. It is his 2017 War. Okay, I looked at the wrong card. Let me look at the right card for Conforto. Give a proper review of him as we start to outro. Alright, his 2017 War card. Good hitting. Solid defensive stats. Just not a great letter grade defensively. And not fast, but that's okay. Okay contact, good power, good fielding, decent throwing. This live SE card looks better to me, but defensively it's worse. So, yeah, New England, he's busier with school, and he only ever wanted to upload once a week, and then he scaled back from that even. I mean, he makes good content when he makes content. He just needs to make more of it. But, if he doesn't want to, if his heart isn't in it, anything like that, I don't think he should be forced to at the same time. Oh, yeah. Molino, yeah, any catcher with a good arm can throw people out. Like you said, you just need to know what you're doing with your catcher. Is Brian Dozier hitting leadoff for the Dodgers? That'd be dope. I do like Brian Dozier, even though he's not a Twin anymore. Lucas, you want a starter? Any type of budget? I mean, there's a lot of good high-class starters. I'll start with that. Syndergaard looks especially dangerous. Lester, DeGrom, not bad. Kershaw's not bad. Who's been requesting exhibitions? It's been a few different people. It's been a few different people. So it's really a matter of what you like for a pitcher. Scherzer's not bad. I don't like the sinker personally, but if you do, then get one. Holy cow, that Felix is good. You've changed your team a lot since last time. Baby Bedrock. Alright, I'll get you added quick, scroll through things. But then I am honestly trying to wrap the stream up. Dozier leading off here. Former Twin, shout out Brian Dozier. Liam Elkin, you love watching me. I'm the one YouTuber who is good and plays perfect inning. Knowing you know plays it and knowing you do it is awesome. All the best, so much respect. Thanks, man. Glad you enjoy the content. I know Elliott Productions in New England used to upload as well, and I think their content's good. They haven't done it much recently, unfortunately. Joey Crankshaft was good, but he kind of disappeared. 5.7 billion. I would definitely turn to any of the numerous high-class pitchers. Player of the Month starters plus 10 are 97 overall for 3 to 6 billion. That could be a good look too, depending on what kind of team deck you're trying to get. Baby Bedrock, I'll get this sent quick if you get me added in like the next minute or two. I'll review you this week. Otherwise, I'll do the team review again next Wednesday. I'm going to make this my Wednesday tradition, and your friends list is full, so we might just wait until next Wednesday if that's okay. R.I.P. Jose. Yeah, this is going to be our Wednesday tradition. Every Wednesday that I can, I'll do team review live streams. Good plus 10s in the budget. We'll look at plus 10 starters quick. Then I will actually, and not just saying stuff for the 4th or 5th time, wrap things up. So we're looking at, 6 to 7 billion? Now, Corey Kluber, 6.5 billion, but that looks like a really nice pitcher. 6.1 billion, another nice one. Rich Hill for his pitch mix, not bad. Could get the plus 9 Kershaw, even if it was just at the end. I was happy to see familiar faces. Emmanuel Alani's, you want me to play you? What's your username? Man? Drop it in the chat. But yeah, in terms of player of the months, I'd get a Kluber personally. Maybe a Kershaw, maybe the Strasburg, or Mariota wouldn't be awful either. I'm 100% actually wrapping the stream up here now, though, guys. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I will stay in the chat, so if you say anything else in the chat, I will type responses just so I can actually wrap the stream up and not go until midnight or something crazy. Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to subscribe for more MLB Perfect Inning 2018 content, that would be much appreciated. If you enjoyed the stream and you haven't liked it yet, likes are appreciated but not required or expected necessarily. If you're going to dislike, let me know why you dislike. That's all I ask, so I know how I can improve my content. So next time you at least won't dislike it even if you don't like it.